Hey, this is Chris Coombs with the Truth in Diabetes, and I like saying, hey, this is Chris Coombs with the Truth in Diabetes. So, been a little while since I've checked in with you, but like I mentioned in my last video, found my camera that's been missing in action now for almost 2 months. We're getting there, almost 2 months. It's been gone anyway. So, the biggest thing, what's been going on in my world as far as it comes to treating diabetes is the new little friend right here. So, to tell you a little bit about my story, started taking insulin when I was just a hair over 16 years old. That was way back in the days when they had MPH and regular. They still do, but you used to have to take enough MPH to cover you for when you ate lunch, and then you'd take MPH again to cover you for dinner, and you'd have to take regular, and then there was Lente that I took, and then an Ultra Lente. But anyway, to make a long story short, in the process of taking all these different kinds of insulins and learning how to medicate myself and control diabetes with insulin, had 2 seizures. And one of those seizures, I don't know why, but it just hit me, like the reality of it just really came into my head. It was Christmas Eve that morning, okay, so like 3 in the morning or so. Been up the night before late with my sister Laurel, or Annie as we know her, and we were doing all kinds of stuff getting ready for Christmas. Well, I took that Lente too late at night, and you had to figure out when your insulins were going to peak, and you had to coordinate this. Well, both of my insulins, my Lente and my Ultra Lente, or regular, excuse me, it was Lente and regular, they peaked at the same time, and so I had a mega crash. And that's my phone, excuse me. And so what happened is blood sugar just went through the floor. Fortunately for me, Laurel stayed up, and wow, we're getting all kinds of noise here. Talk about that guy later. But anyway, my sister saw me and noticed something wasn't right. She thought, well, I'll check on him in a minute. When she came back, I was thrashing around. Well, at that point in time, my mom and dad, they knew. They knew exactly what was going on because I'd been there before. I'd had another seizure, but in the interest of time, I'm not going to tell you about that story. So they came up, tried to help me, called 911. 2 apparently attractive and very strong paramedics, according to my sister, came, held me down, got the IV in, gave me the D50. First thing I ever remember is waking up. My family had a plate with a whole bunch of grapes and a peanut butter sandwich. They're like, eat, eat, eat. I'm like, hi, why are you here? And they're like, you don't remember what happened. I had no memory of those paramedics. Well, you know, a year or 2 later, moved away from Springville, Utah, where I grew up, to Ogden, Utah, where I went to college, and had a really bad low blood sugar up there. And that was kind of my sales pitch at the time, to say, hey, let's do a pump. Well, I did a pump, and I was managed on an insulin pump for a long time. And then we had a summer kind of like this one in Utah this year, 2013, where we're having record heat. It was so hot that the site where I put the pump in, it would just come off immediately. I tried every little trick they'd possibly taught me, and it just wouldn't work. I took the pump off. I've been off it for about 10 years so now. So I had a few people ask me, so why are you doing this again? Well, one of the biggest reasons, it's a good time, and it was covered 100% by my insurance. I understand a lot of technology, and a lot of things have improved since I was on my pump last, and so that was another reason why I decided to hook up to the pump again. And just visiting with my doctor, the decision had already been made. I was going to do it. It had already been approved by the insurance. I was talking with him about education and stuff like that, and he said this is the best thing that a type 1 diabetic can do, in the opinion of my doctor. So anyway, that's why I'm on the pump, and now that I found my video camera again, I want to do a series of videos just talking about my experience with the pump. So I'll be checking in with you periodically, but just want to give you a quick rundown of what's going on in my mind and what we're going to be doing here. So remember, thank you for your support. If you have friends, family watching this, have diabetes, steer them my way. Truth in Diabetes on Facebook, or there's a YouTube page channel as well. And I have the hiccups now. But anyway, thanks again. Appreciate your support. And remember, as always, disease or destiny, it's your choice.